guys, I'm Azra.
And I'm Aisha.
And we're the Mian twins. And welcome back to Squared.
As you can tell, we're pretty much fully matching. And it's not kind of a normal outfit. It's our cheerleading outfit because we're cheerleaders for our school.
Yes.
And so we'll be doing a video on the reality of being a high school cheerleader. So we're going to be giving you guys like 5 main things that come with being a high school cheerleader and all that kind of stuff. But before you don't,
in case you guys want to try out or you guys are interested in like learning what cheerleading's about.
I mean, every school is different, but we're going to tell you about our experience because we are seniors now, so this will be our last year.
Sadly.
Yeah. But before we get on to the video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe down below to Square if you haven't already. We're close to 1 million almost.
Yeah, which is crazy.
We're pretty much there really soon. So don't forget to subscribe. So let's get on with the video.
Okay, so the first thing that I wanted to say about cheerleading is the stereotypical idea of it and how it's not what you expect. So in the movies,
that's the first thing.
Yeah, that's the first thing. In the movies, you always see like the cheerleaders are like, you know, they're the mean girls of the school. But when our school,
they're
with the jocks, yes, it's always like that. Like they're like the obnoxious girls of the school. But what our school taught us is that they're kind of like the leaders of the school. So we kind of want to show like what we represent.
Yeah, we represent
what our school is about, and so we think it's really important that that stereotype. I mean, I don't know about your school personally, but for us, we know that like
cheerleading is meant for you to be
like a leader and like a
face
role,
of the school.
And like exactly, you have like a role to the school, which is really important that our school teaches us that. And like even when you try out, like our school, like and our coaches, they check your grades. They want to make sure that you're good in your academics, you don't cut class and everything like that. So I think people should understand that being a high school cheerleader is more than the looks and like, you know, the idea.
Yeah, the idea of being
a cheerleader.
Yeah.
But it's different from what it really is.
So the second thing that comes with being a high school cheerleader is definitely making friends. And you might say, yeah, you can do that with any team. But that's just like with cheerleading. Some people say, oh, cheerleading's not a sport. But cheerleading is a team. You guys come together, you kind of, what's fun about it is you guys go to events as a group. And
exactly.
It's not like you're actually competing against someone as if like you're in a sport, you're not competing against another school. You're just cheering, you're just representing the school. Exactly. You're not really going against it. And so you and your friends always come together and it's fun. Really fun.
And like, even I want people to know that not even just cheerleading, but all of like your school teams. So like if you're going in high school or something and you're scared to join a team, don't be scared because everyone's equally like afraid to join a team. So for us personally, when we first tried out for cheerleading, we actually didn't make the team. So I think that's really important for some people to know because they give up so easily and like they get discouraged.
And we had friends on the team and they're the ones that pushed us and motivated us to try
out.
So
we tried out for a second year and then we actually got on the team, and which allowed us to move up to varsity quicker than the other team because we were already like not really late, but because we got in the team sophomore year instead of freshman. So that was awesome because they allowed us to move up early, and I think it's
we went up with our grades, so we had
so I think that like making friends and joining a team is so important in your school because you will remember that for the rest of your life. Like when you're like grown up and you're talking to your kids about your high school experience, you can say like, yeah, I was a cheerleader, or I was on the golf team, or I was a football player, or I was this, I was that. No matter what it is, you make friends and like just don't be afraid to go.
Exactly, in high school.
Just don't be afraid. I think that's really important, is not to be scared to try out even if you're shy.
So the third one is pretty much like the most fun. You get to go to all the events as a cheerleader. So you go to the football games, you go to the basketball games, and maybe in your school they cheer for other teams like lacrosse games or whatever the case is. But what's fun is we even have some footage that we'll play after I discuss this, but we go to like lacrosse games with all of our friends after like a practice or something, and we'll just chill out there. We go to like orientation or meetings and stuff, and we're just there as a group. So it's just the most fun because, as you can tell, you got your pom-poms.
Yeah.
So it makes it so much more exciting, and you're the one who makes the whole crowd go crazy. So that's why I'm saying that the games are pretty much the most fun of being a cheerleader because, you know, obviously cheerleading they're known for cheering at games, and that's definitely one of the most fun things if you're going to be on the team. So here's like a clip of us going, I think it's to a lacrosse game. Yeah.
What are we doing? We're at a game. Say hi. What kind of game? Oh, a lacrosse game. Yeah, like anything. Say hi. So cold. It's really cold. Black's life. Black's life forever. Wow, you're so cool.
Wow, I hate you.
Number. I can't see it on camera. I can't see. There's too many. I have like 4 or 7. I don't even know. 22. Every number existing on that field.
Another thing we think is so important, and like the reality of cheerleading or being on a team in general, is that it's really good for college. So if colleges see that you participate in like extracurricular activities or clubs or sports, they love to see that because they know that you're open to new things, you're interested, and you have a goal in mind. Because if you don't do like a sports team, first of all, you won't really get credit. I don't know how your school works, how many credits you need to graduate, but for us, we need a certain amount of credits. So joining a team, you get a lot of credits from that. So colleges like to see that you're on a sport or something, even on your resume, even for a job, because people know that you're out there.
You put an effort. You put an effort to like you're volunteering to be on a team, and you're volunteering to get a job. They feel like it's kind of like the same thing because you're putting yourself out there to get a position on something that you know you'll stick to. So when they see that you've been on the team for what, like 3 years, they're like, oh, they could probably handle this job for more longer than like a week.
And also, when colleges look at your, I guess your resume and see what sports you took, they will see that if you were on a team in your school, I'm almost like guaranteed sure that you can be kicked off your team if your grades aren't up. So for us, we always have to give our report card to our coaches every single time we get our report card. She makes sure that our grades are good. If not, maybe she'll give you probation
or
tutoring, or you can't go to the next game. Like there's always punishments, but if colleges see that like, oh, you were on a team, that means that you had to like have your education and your grades up there. So it's also like a good look on you.
It is a good look. So this last one is kind of to close off the video, but this one's I feel like so important. It's just that you don't get to be in high school forever. It's only 4 years of your life.
And it goes really fast.
So being on a team, especially, I feel like personally for me, I'm going to say cheerleading, obviously. And because I'm on this team now, I won't have to say in years from now, I wish I went to that game. Because I could say I was on the team and I was there for every single one and I cheered for it. And I remember when we won by a point with 1 second left at,
and we had to go overtime for like half an hour. And like, it's just small memories. Or like when it was like the Christmas game.
Yeah, we all wear pajamas.
We're all wearing pajamas. And it's just like fun memories that I feel like you can just make. And I'm sure Brooklyn and Bailey, they graduated high school already and they're in college. They'll tell you themselves if you, I'm sure they will, that high school flies by and making the most out of your experience there is so important.
Yeah, and so I feel like just the most important thing in high school is to make the most memories as possible. And I feel like joining a team like cheerleading or joining a sport or even clubs, you could remember like a piece of something in your high school that you take with you for the rest of your life.
They always say your high school is like the best 4 years of your life, and you can make it there.
If you choose to.
If you choose to. So just don't be afraid. Step out of the box.
We hope you guys enjoyed this video, and the reason we did this video is because of course, high school is starting. I mean, not just high school, school in general, even college, whatever. We're going into our senior year, so this is our last year being cheerleaders, sadly.
And comment down below what grade you guys are going to, or if you are on a team in your school, and when you start school, because we want to know. We start in like a week.
Yeah,
pretty soon. So I'm excited to go back. I love summer, but I'm kind of want to get back in my zone.
Yeah. So if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe down below. Don't forget to subscribe. We're almost in the and you can subscribe by also clicking right over here.
And you can watch yesterday's video over here and more from us over there. And we'll see you guys next week. Bye!